Hey Fragrance family, I'm Daver.
And I'm Joe. And
we're the Fragrance Bros. Coming at you again with another review, again with guest host Joe from Joe Sent Me. How are you doing, Joe?
I'm doing great. Thanks again for having me.
Yeah, great to have you on again. And today we are reviewing 1 Million Prive by Paco Rabanne. Alright, so let's get straight to it. Date introduced is 2016. It's classified as an Oriental Woody. Notes are cinnamon, mandarin orange, myrrh, tonka, tobacco, and patchouli. All right, now Joe, what do you get of longevity out of this?
This thing definitely lasted quite a while. I would say I get about 6 to 8 hours on this. And again, I overspray just a little bit because I know this is going to be a date night scent for me. So I want it to last. I want it to last a while. Yeah,
it was pretty good on me too. I would say it was in the average range, about 8 hours on me. What about projection?
Projection on this, probably within the first hour, it turns into a skin scent because there's not a lot of loud notes on the top that project. It shouldn't last more than an hour, I don't think, on the projection. Yeah,
projection on me I thought was probably in the average range for me, but I see what you're saying. It's not super loud. Especially for an eau de parfum, not super loud, but it was okay on me, so average for me. Season, I think this is great for fall, a great fall scent.
Absolutely.
And I also think this is great for day or night. And purpose, I think this is great for casual. I do think this could work on a date as well. All right, now Joe, what does this remind you of?
Well, definitely with the notes of the cinnamon, the spice, and the fact that I typically gravitate towards Oriental Woodies to begin with. A lot of my collection contains Oriental Woodies. It feels pretty luxurious, and it's quite sexy. I really feel really good about it. I actually feel like it's a confidence booster for sure when I'm going out on a date with my wife and I'm wearing something like this. I feel it's really nice. It's seductive. This is my favorite flanker of this brand.
It's a great flanker. And I have a video of the original 1 Million on my channel. It's an older review with my previous guest host, Jer. And we totally trashed the original one. And for good reason. I think the original 1 Million is a train wreck. I know some people really hate me for saying that, but I think it's terrible. It doesn't know where it's going. Is it going bubblegum? Is it going fruity? Is it going spicy? Doesn't know where it's going. This blew me away. I tried this from a recommendation from a friend and I loved it. I couldn't believe what I was smelling. It was a 1 Million flanker that is good. Right away, what I get is apple pie, and that's the overwhelming vibe that I get from this type of scent. Kind of just an apple pie type of scent, but not like a literal apple pie. Definitely has a cinnamon. It has a little bit of that myrrh in there. Not that apple pie has myrrh, but it has myrrh.
It'd be an expensive apple pie.
But yeah, I do also get tonka, and I do get a little bit of tobacco in there, and then I also get kind of a nugget of the original 1 Million in here. I do smell kind of like that bubblegummy heart. And I don't like that nugget in this, but I can tolerate it because it's only a little bit. It's a great flanker for that reason. It throws back to the original, yet does its own thing in a really great way. And it is on the sweeter side, but it's not cloying or it's not sickly sweet like I think the original 1 Million is. It shows some restraint. It also shows a little bit of refinement. I think this works well for different age groups and for a few different applications. And I also think that this can be used for men and women.
Well, you mentioned that there was tobacco in this, and the type of tobacco that's in this is actually hookah tobacco, which is known for being a sweetened tobacco to begin with. So this doesn't have the tobacco vibe that you would get out of a tobacco vanille or out of the tobacco that you'd get at Pure Havana either. This is a different, more dessert-like tobacco.
It's just a fantastic scent, especially for fall. I mean, this is just one of the best fall scents out there for designer scents. And I will say, I think this is, like you, my favorite from the Paco Rabanne line.
Interestingly enough, there's actually a woman's version of this that I don't think smells as good as a man's version. There's a woman's Prive version, and I didn't think it smelled that good. And you may see me sniffing my rose because I sprayed it 15 minutes ago just to remind me of how awesome this fragrance is. You know, when you mentioned apple pie, the only other fragrance that did that to me was Parfums de Marly Wajan. But
Yeah.
look at the cost of that versus the cost of this, and
Yeah.
this is bang for buck. Like if you're wanting the Wajan sort of feel, but you want it for a fifth of the price, I mean, this is a no-brainer right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Another fragrance that this really reminds me of, and it's really close, is Ombre Narguilé by Hermes. What I like about 1 Million Prive is that I think it's a little bit better than Ombre Narguilé in that it's a little bit deeper. It doesn't smell exactly like Ombre Narguilé. It's a little bit less bready. Like
Yeah.
Ombre Narguilé to me kind of smells like walking down the bread aisle at a superstore.
Interesting.
So it has a little bit less of that bread note, and also, you know, goodness, a lot less, like a tenth the cost almost. Speaking of price, bang for buck on this is $64 for a 100 ml bottle on FragranceNet. You can find it a little cheaper if you want to get a tester for about $50. And that's a phenomenal value for what you're getting here.
Oh yeah.
So really, really great. Joe, what about compliments? Did you get many compliments with this?
I did get compliments. My wife likes it on me. She loves the way it smells. In fact, she's liking a lot of the tobacco scents I'm wearing, which is kind of cool because I didn't think she'd dig that, but she does. She likes it, and that's all that matters to me. Is if my wife likes it, then I'm happy.
My wife thinks it's okay. I think she felt it smelled a little bit familiar, and it does. She has Dulce Le Cire, which is another fragrance that is kind of in that same kind of Ombre Narguilé type of caramel apple type of thing. But she wasn't blown away. So in my world, I didn't get a ton of compliments, but it's a very, very nice scent. So Joe, final rating, what do you give this?
I'm gonna give this thing a 4.5 out of 5, and the only reason it lost a half a point was because of that little nugget of DNA left over from the bubble gum in the previous flavor, in the previous version of this. So that's the only reason it loses a half a point. But other than that, this thing is the star for sure.
I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5, really for the same reason. It's that nugget. It's that dang nugget. It's that 1 million nugget that really is kind of the annoying part of this fragrance. The nugget there is not very strong. You just smell it every once in a while. When you do, it's a little annoying. But once you get past that, it's just a very, very nice scent overall. Just a brilliant scent from Paco Rabanne. I have smelled things like this before. It's not completely unique, which may be another hit on there. But anytime I smell a fragrance like this, it's just nice. Just a wonderful, wonderful fragrance. My favorite from Paco Rabanne. So yeah, 4 out of 5. So that's all we have. Let us know what you think of Paco Rabanne 1 Million Prive. Do you like it, love it, hate it? Let us know. And of course, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe down below. We'll love you for it. And I'll have a link down below to Joe's channel. Joe sent me, where you can go and like and subscribe to him as well, watch his videos. Thank you again, Joe, for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me, and it was a pleasure to be a part of this, an honor too.
And we'll see you next time. We're the Fragrance Bros.
All right.
Bye. With that, I'd like to thank my sponsor, FragranceX. FragranceX is an online retailer that sells thousands of legitimate fragrances for a discounted price. Definitely check out FragranceX. I'll have a link down below to them as well as a coupon.